Yes, all right, guys. Welcome back to Kosi Media, the second Arsenal show in the day. Before we do other transfer news for other clubs, I'm here to talk about Philippe Coutinho, spotted at the Colony training ground. That is Arsenal's training ground. We're going to be talking about that. We are going to be talking about a little more about the Partey deal. Is there hope for Arsenal in that Thomas Partey deal, and do we need Thomas Partey? Let us talk about Gabriel Magalhaes as well, and then we shall call it a show. I'm not going to talk about Willian because most of the things that around the Willian deal we know. If I get a new update, I'll come and share with you. So let me start with Philippe Coutinho, then Thomas Partey, then Gabriel Magalhaes. First and foremost, Philippe Coutinho's agent came out and confirmed that there are talks between Arsenal and Barcelona. They are in advanced talks to see that the player can actually join Arsenal. However, he made it clear that Arsenal cannot pay the money Barcelona wants, so it's going to be a loan deal, a very expensive loan deal. Well, I don't care if it's going to be expensive or cheap. What I want is Arsenal to sign a quality midfielder, someone of his quality, someone of his rating. Philippe Coutinho is a wonderful midfielder. Yesterday, The Sun, Mirror, Telegraph, all those outlets wrote this story, and I didn't believe it. I saw one of my bigger brothers on YouTube, Lee Garner. He said today Philippe Coutinho has been at the Colony training ground. Then I was like, really? But then, today in the morning, I looked at those, stories, so much, and I saw that it is true. He was at the Colony training ground. Even AFTV Robbie did the story. A couple of other people did this story. It shows you that Philippe Coutinho really arrived at Arsenal and had talks with Arsenal at the Colony training ground. This is a very big story. I should have done it yesterday if I had seen it, but I'm just saying it today. So it seems that now the player is in talks with Arsenal. It seems that Barcelona and Arsenal have agreed a deal that the player will actually be with us for a full year on loan with an option of buying him on a full contract, which I don't think we shall buy Philippe Coutinho, unless if you tell me that Arsenal is loaning in Coutinho for a whole season to wait for Mesut Ozil's departure. Because if Mesut Ozil goes away, all the wages that should have been paid to Ozil can be paid to Philippe Coutinho. Maybe we can afford him next summer, but we cannot afford Philippe Coutinho this summer. But that is the breaking news. Philippe Coutinho arrived at the Colony training ground. If you know the Arsenal training ground, it's called Colony. And he had talks yesterday. Talks are still going on even today. The player will join Arsenal very, very soon. So it seems like Arsenal is about to announce or unveil a Brazilian duo in Philippe Coutinho and Willian. Possibly we could see the announcement of 3 Brazilians. If Gabriel Magalhaes also signs from Lille, and then we could see 3 Brazilians signing for Arsenal. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I can't say no. I think it is a perfect signing. The only person missing on that report is Thomas Partey. That takes me to the Thomas Partey story. Yesterday, I was reading Fabrizio Romano's tweets, and I think I shared with you guys. He said, for Thomas Partey, we have been given the exact words we were told before. They have been repeated into our ears that it is 50 million euros. But the question is, guys, I know Arsenal, we do not have money. Yeah. I know it is hard for us, to spend hundreds of millions of money. But if you are getting, Willian on a free deal as a free agent, that means we are not going to spend so much, more than 10 million, on him, at once in this transfer window. Yes, I know you have to give him some sign-on fees. You have to give him some. You have to give the agent some fees and so on. But that could be around 3, 4, 5 million. If you look at us bringing in Gabriel Magalhaes at 25 million pounds, that takes it to 30. Then if you bring in Philippe Coutinho at 9 million, that would be 39 million. And Thomas Partey is 45 million pounds. because in euros it is 50. Why don't we bring in Thomas Partey at 45 million? Yes, I know it is a hard time, but at times we need to spend because all our rivals are spending. When I predict my new season, ratings, I want to predict Arsenal among the top 4, but I cannot predict Arsenal if we do not buy a box-to-box midfielder, if we do not buy a serious number 10, if we do not buy another centre back. I cannot say Arsenal will be in my top 4. Never. If we do not finish if we do not buy those 3 quality signings, I'm putting Arsenal in position 6 next season in my predictions. So guys, we need Thomas Partey, but it seems Arsenal is really reluctant. We have been offered the player. Atletico Madrid are saying the player is available, but for this worth, for this much. And Arsenal is saying that is too much. 50 million pounds is not euros. Even if it were pounds, it's not much. We bought Pepe. Yes, I know one of the reasons why we cannot spend so much is because we are still paying off the Pepe debts. But right now we need to spend so that in the next 2-3 seasons we are back in in line. This is what Manchester United is doing. This is what Liverpool have done. This is what Chelsea have done. It is what Manchester City have done. It is what Tottenham are doing. They are spending to come back online. We are offline and we need to spend to come back online. So for the Thomas Partey deal, Atletico Madrid have offered us the player another time. It is in our hands either to decide to take him or to leave him. And I don't know why Arsenal is really scared of 43 million pounds, because you're not going to pay it from cash. I'm very sure. Arsenal never pays transfers from cash. It has never happened. It will never even happen. It's either we're going to pay, an initial 30 and then pay the 13 slowly. So guys, that is what's happening on Thomas Partey deal. It is on the line. It is on the line. It might not happen. It might happen. It is it hangs in balance. Finally, Gabriel Magalhaes, talks are still ongoing, and we are in advanced talks, like really advanced talks with the player and Lille to see that we can actually finish off his signing before the end of August. So before the end of August, we could have 3 new Brazilians in the Arsenal team. I don't rate so much Brazilian defenders. I just like their wingers and playmakers, but I don't rate their defenders. I would like to have a centre back from Italy or England. If I'm to be honest, those are the centre backs I feel like having, or someone from France. Yeah, they're also not bad. But anyway, guys, tell me, give me your thoughts about Willian and Coutinho. Do you think Mikel Arteta is going to change his system because of Willian and Coutinho? Because if Coutinho can't, he has always played as a number 10. I don't know if Arteta wants to use him as in an advanced role of a box-to-box man. That would be so tiresome for him. He needs someone like Granit Xhaka and then Thomas Partey, and then you have him in. But of course, if he's going to decide to use a 4-3-3, he's going to use him as in a deeper area. That's what I think. But if he decides to go for 2-3-1, then he's going to use him behind the striker, use 2 wingers, 1 striker, and then you have 2 holding midfielders, which I think is the trending style. It is more safer. You have 4 centre backs. You have 2 midfielders in front of your in front of your defense, and then you have an attack of 4, which can occasionally be joined by the full backs. And the wingers can also occasionally join the fullbacks whenever it is needed. So, in my opinion, Arsenal are not in position to refuse any deal. Yeah, so I think Coutinho is a good signing for now. I'm one of those people who thought Coutinho is a reject Coutinho, but I think Arsenal, we are not in that position to start saying that this one is a reject, this one is what we need players, and that is it. So we need to get Philippe Coutinho. My name is Kosi. I'll come back later when I talk about other transfer news from Twitter and all the blogs that I read.